That was Brent Kunzel on cello, my cousin Ashley on violin. So I said earlier that we had 15 years of songs to go through. We've been this band since 2007. We were gigging. Thank you. We were gigging as Republic down in Orange County, playing every venue, starting in probably 05. And I've been writing songs for other artists as my day job since about 2002, 2003. So, for 15 years, we've focused pretty much 99.9% of the time just OneRepublic songs, because I was like, I'm not gonna do the other stuff, it's weird, don't wanna do it. It's like, you know, you're in an Italian restaurant, I'm not trying to serve, you know, a different cuisine, Chinese food. For some reason, I felt like mixing cuisines, it felt very strange to me. So, for the last 15 years, for the most part, we don't do any of these other songs. I've been lucky enough, and I mean lucky, to work with the best of the best. Everybody going from Sir Paul McCartney to Ed Sheeran, Adele, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and on and on and on. Started back in the day, singing background vocals on Missy Elliott records, and producing hip-hop to Thomas Rhett and Carrie Underwood, and even some rock stuff for you rockheads, some Ozzy Osbourne, Killers, Chris Cornell. We don't have time to do all those songs, and they always felt really disjointed in a OneRepublic set, and I felt very precious about it. No, we're gonna do our thing, let's do our thing, and then a global pandemic happened. And magically, after 2.5 years of wearing sweatshorts, I stopped giving a shit. It's amazing how many things are precious after 2.5 years. You're just like, used to care. So we said, okay, let's try something. This tour here in America, we did Europe for 6 weeks. That was amazing. Came over here. So let's redesign the whole tour, ground up. 15 years of OneRepublic stuff. But tonight we're doing something different that we've never done. No one's ever done it. And as a matter of fact, I can say this, and I mean this with all humility. With as much humility as I can muster, no other band can do what we're about to do in the next 20 minutes. Nobody can do this. And that's the reason, I mean, honestly, that's the reason we're doing it. It's not, I ran out of better ideas, that's the truth. So here's what we're gonna do. In the next 15 to 20 minutes, you're getting a concert within a concert. I'm gonna play. My goal, I mean, honestly, this is a relationship here. You bought a ticket, or you came with someone who did, or you just snuck in, or whatever you did. You ratchet Orange County people. I know what you're doing. You just raced her for Nobu after the show. So, however you got here, you know, there's enough, this is a full arena here, so there's probably, if I do the math, and I know I'm not off, if I'm off by 1 or 2. There's about 7 or 8 of you here that up until this very moment have been waiting to hear a story of my life because you thought this was a One Direction concert. Yeah? You know who you are. You know who you are. And it's okay. It's okay. You're here. I got your money. I'm fine with it. And by the end of the night, you're gonna be grateful. And there's you know, we're similar. I get it, One Direction, OneRepublic. The only difference is we have way more hits. I'm gonna jump into the first song. I'm gonna do all the first song. Then I'm gonna skip across and do some choruses. And we're basically playing Name That Tune for the next 15 years of Name That Tune. I'm gonna play 8 #1 records in a row. Okay, let's do it. First one, she's an up-and-coming artist. I think she has a lot of potential. She's from Houston, Texas. Her name is Beyonce Knowles. Wrote this with a buddy of mine on a Wednesday. Remember those walls of bed? Well, baby, they tumble down. They didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. I found a way to let you in, but I never really had it out. Standing in the light of the halo, I got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had you breaking. It's the risk that I'm taking. I ain't never gonna shut you up. Everywhere I'm looking now, surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. Know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Baby, I can feel your halo. Pray you won't fade away. Halo, halo, I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see your halo. Ooh. Hit me like a ray of sun, running through my darkest night. You're the only one that I want. Think I'm addicted to your light. Swore I'd never fall again, but this don't even feel like falling. Gravity can't begin. Pull me back to the ground again. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had to break it. It's the risk that I'm taking. I ain't never gonna shut you up. Everywhere I'm looking now, surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. Know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Baby, I can feel your halo. Pray you won't fade away. Halo, I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see your halo. Say, I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I can feel your halo. Oh, I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see it. I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I can feel it. I can see your halo, halo, halo. I can see it. I can feel your halo, halo, halo. I feel it. Here we go. I see your halo, halo, halo. I see it. I feel your halo, halo, halo. turn you into a choir by the end of this night. We're gonna do it. So this next song, now we're gonna skip. Told you we're gonna do that one, we're gonna skip. I'm gonna kind of keep it moving, keep the energy going, trying to get as many songs as possible. Commercial-free music, everybody. Come on. This next song, I was writing songs during the day, rehearsing with the band at night, maxing out my credit card 24/7. And yeah, a lot of us have been there. And so I was doing songs for anything, like movies, any movie, anybody, like Chico by the Dozen, Step Up, random, like stuff from the early 2000s, like anybody who was like, we need music here, we need music there. Yes, yes, yes. The power of saying yes. I just kept saying yes. I wanted to write a hit song for somebody. I wanted to hear it on the radio, on Kiss, in California. That's what I wanted. Driving down the highway, texting all your friends while you're driving, 80 miles. Done with that. Okay, so first I got a cut like on J-Lo. It did okay. A few other artists, it did okay. And then I wrote what I thought was the best song I'd ever written. This is before Apologize had come out. And I sent it into the label for the artist, and the guy from the label calls me and he goes, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's definitely not a hit, quote unquote, and forget that, it's definitely not a hit. And I don't think it's actually good enough to be on the album. So I'm sorry, man, but like, you know, I really thought you were going to deliver. I mean, he didn't just tell me it wasn't a hit. He then dug in and was like, low-key, you suck. For like 10 minutes, squashed me down to about that big. And right when I needed to not be squashed. So I took the song back. He gave it back to me. That's how little he cared about it. Take the song back. Take this, get this out of here. It smells like tuna fish. Get it out of here. And I took it, I cut it on somebody else. 4 months later, it was #1 in 37 countries. And I say that not to be like, I'm right, and like, oh, look at me, and whatever. But the point of it all was, that was the moment where I legitimately realized that I don't care what anybody thinks about me, legitimately, or what I'm trying to do or put out in the universe. And it was like, the clouds parted, and God was like, Teflon, child, and just coated me with Teflon, and so it just slides off. And so it was a valuable lesson, and that's honestly what changed. I was about to give up. I was done. I was like, I gotta pick a new profession. If this isn't a hit, I quit. And then he got fired. So you know what? There is a God. So here it goes. If you know this, all the rest of these, if you know any of them, just this is karaoke. Feel free to sing along if you know anything. This is the worst song I ever wrote. Here we go. I don't care what they say, I'm in love with you. They try to pull me away, but they don't know the truth. My heart's crippled by the vein that I keep on closing. You cut me open and I keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding, love. Keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. For a minute, a real quick minute. So that changed, of course, my career as a writer, and then Apologize came out 3 months later. We'll do that later. We're not doing that now. But this next song, artist that I met, we played the White House Christmas tree lighting ceremony. It was -17 in Washington, D.C. Met the president, the Obamas. By the way, They are all so damn tall, it's ridiculous. They're all taller than you think. He's 6'9". So, we played that, and I met this British artist named Ellie Goulding. And she sang, "Oh, when the lights gonna stop me, I don't know the name, I don't know, I shouldn't have done that, never mind. That's on YouTube now, so that's cool. That's what's great about now, is anything I do is permanent, published. I wrote this with Brent, he's on cello back there. We were messing around on the tour bus in Chicago, killing time. I wanted to write dance music because dance was blowing. It was 2010. I was like, I gotta write dance record. This is one of the ones we did, and a year later it came out, and this was her first global